Join my Discord and help me build my empire. This time I made the objective claims and you had to refute them. Except I said in the post that if this video's a flop, it's my fault because these claims were kind of lame. Last time it was all of your minds kind of giving your own statement, and I had to think of 4 of them, and they're all bad. But I still think you guys made them pretty interesting. I think it's smarter to go by person than to go by claim, so just remember these 4 claims. I'm not a chair, despite you guys really thinking I am. I currently own a Discord server which you should join because I'm more active on that than I am on YouTube, definitely. My height is 7'9", although that might be false now because I just keep growing and growing. I might be up to 8 foot now. You don't know. And frogs exist. Does that need more of an explanation? This guy failed to prove any of my statements wrong, but that's kind of cool. You're a chair. It's literally in your name. But that doesn't mean absolutely anything. Like, this pillow. How about that? This pillow. Pillow. Does that mean it's a pill? Like, I don't think this pillow is a pill, but to this person's logic, it would be a pill because it has pill in the name. But like, I can't really like eat it like a pill and it doesn't really taste good, so okay, I expected this a lot from this claim. The server's technically owned by Discord, not me. But what if I were to go to Discord and actually see what the app says itself? For instance, we have my member list here zoomed in a lot so you can see it. Let's just say I wanted to give Chairaland to Lil Squeezy. Now, if I right click, it does say transfer ownership. So assuming I'm transferring this ownership over would imply that I have ownership at the moment. So even Discord's saying, hey, listen, bro, this is your server, we love you. Now don't give it to Squeezy. But I'm just kidding, you're not getting my server, keep dreaming. Okay, so 3-letter has no argument for the next one. I'm just a big chair. Oh man, you said man. I see that. You said man. You had to stop yourself. Why? Because clearly I am a man and not a chair. Frogs are not actually real. They're just drones sent by the government to collect information for the giant lizard people. I mean, I can't get mad at that. I used that same argument about cats in that last video. Cats exist. It can be pet. No, they're not. The government made them up to spy on it. Okay, pretty decent claims overall. Let's move to Evan. You and a chair both have legs, have glucose-based... Oh gosh. Bro, I don't know how to say these big words. Have glucose-based polysaccharides in your body. Glycogen and starch cellulose, respectively. Bro, you left me scratching my head, man. Are made almost entirely of organic compounds. Have at least 1 hour layer made of dead cells. Can physically be sat on and have chair in your/its name. So it's the chair claim again. Wait, aren't humans like really similar to like chimpanzees and also to like a banana? Just because something has a lot of similarities doesn't mean it's the same thing. So you can't call me a chair, just like you wouldn't call me a banana. Okay, same claim as the last one. I don't technically own the server. Wait a minute. 7 foot. Wait a minute. 7'9". I don't have 7 foot. I have 2 feet. Okay, I'll give you clever points on that one. No, big words again. Taxonomic barriers are determined by humans rather than a universal law of nature, and therefore are subjective. What do you mean, bro? It's a frog. You can't say they don't exist. You call said non-existent subgroup of amphibians a weird type of salamander and not be totally wrong. Bro, who's salamander is this? Also, this isn't part of my refutal, but the third, assuming this is the second and hasn't scrapped episode of this invalid debate series, could be arguing for objectively correct statement. Arguing for objective, that's a good, so you guys give incorrect statements and I argue for them. Why didn't I just do that? If I get enough comments on this video, I will do that. I wasn't planning on this being like a series or something, but if I get enough comments, go ahead. On this video, I'm not making a bunch of posts about it because that's dumb. Charles is in fact a chair for this reasoning. You look up the definition of chair, you'll get a separate seat for one person, typically with a back and 4 legs. No way. Wait, did he actually just prove this wrong? I didn't expect this from Crash. A separate seat for one person, typically with a back and 4 legs. Typically. So technically it could be 2 legs. And he shows a picture of that. Did he actually just prove me wrong by definition? Am I actually a chair? Yeah, but what's the definition of seat? See, at this point, we're getting like really specific. Saying made or used for sitting on such as a chair. Wait, so the definition of chair has seat in it, and the definition of seat has chair in it. Okay, well, I guess they're just examples. So I guess technically, yeah, I'm a chair. Wow, I can now tell people I am a chair. Like, that's crazy. I didn't know that. It says butt. You see that? It says butt. That's funny. If you look up the definition of server, wow, this guy's using definitions. That's scary. A computer program which manages access to a centralized resource or service in a network. What does that mean? I don't know what I'm reading. First off, I'm technically part of this server, and I don't see me getting any service. Sorry, bro. Sorry, we don't have the best service there. And second, this server is bad managing. Bro, you're so right about that, but like, come on, you didn't have to point it out. I'm not 7'9", I'm 2.40791992 meters. Same thing. Frogs aren't real, they're made up to make the Disney show Amphibia. So this is 3 letters claim, except he included a Disney show. Never heard of it. To say you aren't a chair begs the question, what is a chair? The Urban Dictionary states a form of seating used to keep oneself off of the ground. So what exactly says that a human can't be, say, on top, keep oneself off the ground? That last part made no sense, bro. But I see what you mean. You're going to the definitions like Crash did. Good job. I'm a chair. I can't prove I own something without legal documentation. And as far as I know, Discord never hands out legal documentation to say someone owns a server. Well, they better, because that's my server. I don't know. What proof do I have that my height is 7'9"? This isn't... I told you guys to make claims against me, not to ask me about my proof. I don't need proof. They're claims. Claims don't require proof unless I'm trying to support my claim, but I'm not. I just made the claim. A measuring device. What said that measuring device was objectively correct? Measurement is relative. No, it's not. So I could easily say that my height is 1,400 feet, but that doesn't mean I'm objectively correct. Yeah, you would lie. What you have said here says absolutely nothing. Asking what proof I have has nothing to do with it. What the measuring device is or how I'm measuring it has nothing to do with it. Measurement is not relative, so you're just flat out wrong there. In saying you can say something false doesn't mean that what I said is false. This is just a bunch of logical fallacies. You learned from my last video. What is a frog? A collection of cells made up to look like what we call a frog. But since everything is made up of cells, you can take wood and form it into a frog-like shape and call it a frog. But it's not. So your statement is objectively incorrect. What? So if I use wood to make a frog, it's not actually a frog. Therefore, if you use cells to make a frog, it can't be a frog. It's just a bunch of cells. But that doesn't mean frogs don't exist. That's just talking about how we classify a frog, right? I think we're losing what the original claim was. I was saying that frogs exist, not that this or that is a frog. Regardless, that was interesting. That made my head turn. Okay, quack work. This person only did the last 2 claims. The idea that your height is the same as that of 7 apostrophes and 9 speech marks is either patently absurd or too vague to be assigned to a meaningful truth value. Bro is taking my claim way too literally. I mean, I did the same thing, so I can't get mad. I tried to prove 2 + 2 didn't equal 4. So congratulations, I guess. In some case, there is some font size we can choose to such a jumble pronunciation would precisely match your height. But a font size would be larger and could expect to see on billboards alone in ordinary books. So if we take your claim in perhaps natural sense, claiming have weight over millimeters, sane person recognize. The only thing I'm getting out of this is that I really suck at reading fast. What does fonts have to do with... Oh, he's taking it like literally, like to the point that my height is those characters in that font, like all of that. I'm surprised he didn't go by the pixel. But obviously I couldn't have implied that my height was exactly that because I was looking at it on a computer, but I know not everybody will see it like that. Some people will be looking at their phone or their Nintendo Switch system or, well, their monitor or their TV. Want to see my lock screen? It's Gibby. Hey guys, smile for the video. Oh wow. You ugly, bro. On the other hand, we have allowed the font size to be arbitrarily tailored to your height. I would expect it to be a minimum 20 centimeters. So it causes your statement to lose all meaning. Womp womp. Some of you guys are making such weird claims that I don't even understand how to read them. Toads are not frogs. Frogs have toes. Therefore, frogs are toad. What? But then they are not frogs. This is a contradiction. Hence, frogs must not exist. That is the best one yet. That's such a play on words. Frogs are toad. Wait, does that mean that nothing can exist? Because I'm toad as well, bro. Look, bro, I'm toad. Yeah, that's literally what it implies. Anything that has toes does not exist. I guess I really just don't exist. Frog doesn't exist, but Frog 2 does. Wow. Yeah, you'd be right. It is literally called Frog 2. Little Squeezy, you don't get my server. You must obviously be a chair. Or you have it in your name. I already debunked that one. A chair would not be called a chair if it were not a chair. Therefore, we must also say that peanut is a peanut, cheese is a slice of cheese, a mix of Mexican blend and white to be exact. That's really random. Feather is a feather and dino nugget is therefore also a dino nugget. Those are some broad assumptions you would make there. Again, the pillow. I thought that'd be cool if I could like throw it up and catch it. Never mind. How can we be sure that you actually own this server? You must own a physical copy. Oh my gosh. As we've seen with PlayStation and other sellers of digital media, such as the Nintendo Switch system. Wait, it turned on. I guess I could take a break and play. Let's get on Fortnite. And that one guy trying to take over the world at the World Economic Forum. You will own nothing and be happy. Wait a minute. Who's trying to take over the world? World Economic Forum owner. Oh, well this guy's taking over the world. Hope you guys aren't too mad about that. As Discord is digital, we can say that you only own the device you are viewing the server on, not the actual server. Okay, fair point. Everyone said that basically. If you are truly 7'9", you must be a Barstool. And you must go legally change your name to Barstool Els. What? If you are not a Barstool, we must go back to my sophisticated friend Pixel Jinx's statement. Sophisticated? What is that about? Height is relative. How is height relative? Why are you guys agreeing that height is relative? Wait, didn't Pixel say it wasn't relative? Now I'm confused. Measurement is relative. Wait a minute. Okay, measurement is relative. I thought he was saying that it wasn't relative last time. But now that he's saying that it is relative, we are on the same page. But then in that case, it's disagreeing with his actual height. So sure, it's relative, but then he's just lying, right? My brain hurts. Height is relative. I could say that I am 4,000 squeezy meters, but how tall is that actually? You might also be using inches and feet wrong. I am not. You have been known to use the wrong time zone. Okay, Buster, that's too far. I don't know why non-EST people are so stubborn about their time zone, but really, they just gotta face the facts and know that EST is the correct time zone. We could only confirm your true height if you use meters, for they are the superior measurement and therefore cannot be wrong. I agree, meters are better. I don't even know why America doesn't use the metric system, but that doesn't change the measurement of feet, so I can still say that I'm 8'2" and be absolutely correct about it. I've grown a lot. Okay. The definition of frog, according to the Encyclopedia Britannica, any of various tailless amphibians belonging to the order Anora? If the frog does not exist, we'll have to say that there is no tailed amphibian belonging to the order Anora. And this is the case, we'll have to say that the other of the order of the Anora is false. And if we say that, we'll have to say that amphibians are fake altogether. Wow, this is like a really long conditional statement here. Okay, let me put this in simpler terms. Frog is tailless amphibians, whatever, Anora, right? If frog don't exist, then there are no of what that frog was. In that case, we'd have to say that that Anora stuff is not true. And then we'd have to say that amphibians are fake altogether. But I don't know why we'd have to jump to that conclusion, but okay. If we say that, then science itself could be completely wrong. And everything as we know it may not be true, except for God and his word. Amen, brother. The Bible mentions frogs, so I must have to say frogs do indeed exist. Praise God for frogs. Oh, it's Darth Squirrel. Bro, this is like one of the funniest dudes on my server. Please don't go inactive. I will miss you. If a chair is defined as something you can sit on, it is possible for someone to sit on you. Wait, he just gave it his own definition. If a chair is defined as this, then it's true when you're a chair. I mean, we've already proved I am a chair, but like if this was one of the ones I looked at first, I'd be like, no, you can't just make your own definition. At any moment, Discord can delete it, so you really own it. It's the same basic argument like everyone has been saying. Second of all, the current moment is always changing, so at some point this will inevitably become, it's a simple word, inevitably become false. I gotta take a nap, dude. As your hair grows or your skin cells at the top of your head die, your height changes. That's an interesting way to say. Wait, when you sleep, don't you get smaller anyway? Like, I'm pretty sure when you sleep, you get smaller and then throughout the day, you get tall. Just like ever so slightly. So he didn't have to resort to the hairs growing on my head. And also, like, when I take a shower, it'll be lower. I guess the argument works, but why? Also, I never did get that specific with my claim. I just said 7'9". Like, you don't normally get specific. I'm surprised nobody said that. You're not exactly 7'9", because technically you can't be exactly on the point 7'9", even if it's like a millionth of a Also, what if I didn't understand what those apostrophes mean? I can kind of see that. I don't even know if I got them flipped around right. I would assume if I didn't have it right, people would call me out for it, and no one has. So I'm just gonna assume I got it right, but I could see why you get it mixed up. That's completely understandable. Frogs are merely a collection of atoms and molecules, so they do not exist, but their atoms do. The atoms make the frog. That's like saying a baby doesn't exist. It's just part of their parents. I haven't taken my nappy yet today. They just rearranged to form a figure resembling a frog. How can they resemble something that doesn't exist? Well, according to the latest I'm not even trying. I'm tired of these big words, dude. The coefficient for turning from a chair into a human is very scientifically viable in your case. What? Well, if I knew what the latest quantum anthropomorphic study was, then maybe this would make a lot more sense. And also, I don't know what coefficient means. I thought that was like a math term. My brain's about the size of a chair, so I'm not very smart. Important to clarify that while you may have a Discord server, it ultimately belongs. Oh my god. Fine, I don't own it. Whatever. I'll never own it. But technically, does Discord own it? Because Discord's using internet. Wait a minute. Major brain moment, breakthrough. Does anybody own anything? Because ultimately things will belong to someone else. I own a Discord server. Nah, technically that belongs to the company. But the company are using servers and electricity and the internet. Who owns that stuff? Ultimately, it'll just all come back to like oxygen and atoms and its gods. None of this is ours, guys. Okay, I guess Cheese made one statement. Charles isn't 7'9". 7.9. What? Charles isn't 7.9 because I've measured him. He's in between 5 points. What? You didn't measure me. I don't think. Oh, credits were to Lexi. Yeah, give credit to where credit is due. Look at this, bro. Lexi started DMing me. I got permission to put this in a video, by the way. All of a sudden, Lexi was like sending me pictures saying like, yeah, I'm gonna measure your height and stuff using a picture. I'm genuinely impressed. With all jokes aside, like Lexi got pretty close to my actual height just by like looking at these certain pictures. And honestly, it was just really funny. I don't know why Lexi never made like a claim in the actual chat about it. He was going crazy in DMs. Spent that long trying to find my height, and you were still wrong. Just take my word for it. I'm 8'3". I gained an inch just within recording this video. I am growing at a rapid rate and I cannot be stopped. Frogs are humans. Frogs are humans for the reason that they are amphibians. Amphibians have evolved into mammals, and because humans are mammals, frogs are humans. So frogs don't exist. They're all just humans. So the word frog is an acronym for little green human. But frogs haven't evolved into mammals. What? Not every single amphibian evolved into mammals. There's still some that aren't mammals, and frogs are part of those, so they still exist. Oh yeah, and we can't forget the video that someone made. This is UHIC or NGTF2. Bro made a video.
Hello, today I'll show you that Charles is not 7'9", thanks to my friend who helped with me with the measurements.
What is that?
First, this photo. Figure out his height from this photo.
That's like, wait, that's like the worst photo to choose. Lexi just chose one of me standing. Let's choose a photo that's angled down, me looking down, sitting down. And why did he choose the scene where I was being funky with the cowbell?
They represent measurements as to how deep his bass drum is, but how deep is his bass drum? We'll use this photo to find out. So
Can you look up this bass drum? Oh, I have a different bass drum now. I don't know how many inches that is. Do I still have the boxes? I don't think I do. I could have told you. Or I can just tell you my height and we don't have to deal with any of this. But I'm not going to do that because, to be honest, I don't even know it myself. Like, being genuine here, I haven't, like, checked my height in a long time. I just estimate.
usually a bass drum is 1 foot 6 inches to 2 feet and 4 inches. It's 1 foot 3 inches to 1 foot and 10 inches deep.
Oh my gosh.
Without
There's depth.
We can assume that he's twice as tall as deep as the bass drum is. And the leg length is as tall as the bass drum is. So now let's do the math. So after we do the math, we can figure out that he is 4 feet to 6 feet, which is not his claim of 7 feet 9 inches.
Okay, that's fair. They're not trying to find my actual height. They're just trying to find an estimation. So 4 to 6. Okay, 7'9" isn't true, but I will tell you I am above 6 feet. So technically 4 to 6 feet is still wrong.
There you go. Well, if you enjoyed this video, what the hell's wrong with you?
That was so uncalled for. Okay, I don't think anybody else made videos, but if you did, I'm sorry I didn't see it. I didn't get any notifications and I wasn't told anything by you. But other than that, we're done, I guess. Sorry if this video wasn't that good. Oh, you can see it. Yeah, I'm about to stop recording, bro.